Okay, first things first, let's get up and running with Node-RED and Seqera. In this video, I'm going to go through a couple of different ways to install Node-RED and the Seqera plugin, mostly focusing on the easy, fast ways so you can get playing with the plugin quickly, and then I'll leave it up to you to do full-scale production deployments if that's the route you want to take. So I'm looking at the documentation website first, and you can see over here on the left I've got installation, so I'm going to click that, and this takes you through the process. There's basically a few different ways. If you go to the Node-RED website, you can read up on their documentation. If I go to documentation, getting started, you can see there's always different ways you can run Node-RED, and these take you through all those different processes. But there are a few specific ways here that we've set up for the Seqera plugin specifically. The first one, which I think is the nicest one, is to go to Seqera and run a studio in Platform. So if I go to Platform here, and when I click on Studios, I can create Add New Studio. I've got a cloud VM here, so not the normal batch that I might use for pipelines. This is a VM, so it's faster to get up and running quickly in just a single instance. I'm going to go to General Config, and for template, I'm going to select a pre-built container image. If you're looking at this video later on, the UI might look a little bit different, but the concept's the same. It's a custom image. And I'm going to hop over into the docs here and scroll down and copy this Docker URL. Copy that button there. And I'm going to paste that into the container identifier, the image name. And I'll call it something, Node-RED Seqera. Okay, I'm going to leave it running forever because this is automation. We don't really want it to ever stop. It should just be running in the background the whole time. And I'm going to click Add and Start. I'm going to skip the video in a minute because this takes a couple of minutes just to get up and running. Okay, it's loaded, and I'm dropped into a web interface for Node-RED Seqera. Fantastic. That's it, basically. If I go back to Studios, you can see that this studio is now running. I can start and stop it, reconnect to it, and use it as I will for the rest of the videos. You can see that all the Seqera nodes come pre-installed, and there's some help text here. And if I click on any of these comments, I can read these in the sidebar. They help me get started. Tell me a little bit about how I can use these nodes and how to find more information and so on. A couple of things to note. Seqera Studios aren't really designed for running for months and months on end, so I wouldn't recommend this for production workflows just yet. However, they do come with some great benefits. One of the main things is that we are running on the Seqera domain here. We're using Seqera Platform Cloud within the workspace. So I, for free, have authentication set up here. I have to be logged into Platform to access this URL, and also sharing. Other people in the workspace can also get into this Node-RED instance. But remember that everyone's accessing this as a single user, so any credentials I put in here will be accessible by everybody. Okay, that's super, super easy. I hope you agree with me. What else have we got? If you don't want to use Studios, you can also do something very similar by running Docker locally, which is basically exactly the same image as this, just without the extra bits which make it work on Seqera Platform. So again, there's an image here which we've prepared for you. I can copy that Docker command, and if I go to my terminal, there we go, I've got it copied in already. I hit enter. Docker will download all the different layers for that image, and using the run command and exposing that port, it should run Node-RED locally. Okay, you can see it booting up here. It gives me a URL on my local IP, so I can open that. And exactly the same as it looked in Studios, again, I'm dropped into Node-RED, and I've got all the help text and everything here that I can see. Finally, for completeness, I'm going to show you how to do it. If you have Node-RED installed, vanilla Node-RED installed somewhere already, maybe you're already using Node-RED in Home Assistant, or you just want to use it without this pre-configuration we've done, then you can absolutely do that. I will just show you by launching Node-RED in Docker. This is the official Node-RED image, just a community version which is unmodified, which should give me a vanilla Node-RED setup. And I'm going to drop in here. You'll see it looks slightly different, but basically the same. Make this go away. Now, I don't have any of the Seqera nodes installed here. The way I get them, if I go to the menu, top right, click the burger, click Manage Palette. And this is where you can find all the different plugins. If I go to install and I search Seqera, it comes up, Seqera, Node-RED Seqera, and I can click install, confirm that. And within the Node-RED interface, it's then going to go off and fetch this extension, install it, and you can see all of the different nodes down here. This is exactly the same process you will do to add other third-party extensions and plugins. So if you want to interact with AWS, you go to the same menu, Manage Palette, and if I search for AWS, there are loads and loads of plugins for AWS. Or if I want to search for Slack, or you can kind of see there's loads of plugins available this way. If you'd like an easier way to browse these, you can go to node-red.org, click Flows, and you can find them all listed here. So again, if I search for Seqera, you'll find our plugin with all the README and everything as it is on GitHub. Okay, one final thing to note, if you are doing proper production usage of Node-RED, I really recommend going to the Getting Started and User Guide. There's a lot of documentation in the official Node-RED guide all about hardening, security, setting up proper, robust installations. You might need to think about things like rotating Docker logs and other things to keep these processes running for months on end and to make sure that no one else gets access into your Node-RED instance. So just something to think about if you're setting this up yourself. Okay, that's it for installation. In the next video, I'll touch a little bit on some of the basics of how to use Node-RED.